Hi, welcome to Juice Bar. Today we're gonna talk about Barolo Chinato and Vermouth Chinato. So what is Barolo Chinato? Barolo Chinato is a kind of reinforced wine made according to a specific protocol in Italy, in the Piedmont region. It has to be made from only Nebbiolo grapes, the same used to make Barolo. It has to be aged a certain amount of months, and it has to be spiced with quinine, for sure, from which comes the name Chinato, and other spices. It might be reinforced with some alcohol to bring it to around 17% or so ABV. Barolo Chinato is usually drank after dinner or as vin brûlé. Vin brûlé, which is when you warm up the wine with even more spices and you drink it hot. What we have with us today is Vermouth Chinato. Mancino made this version of their vermouth, trying to, I think, resemble the experience of the Barolo Chinato. Simon Difford, in fact, he puts both Barolo Chinato and this vermouth in the same category, but they made it a bit cheaper, still not cheap. It's not a cheap vermouth, but by using Barbera grapes instead of Nebbiolo, Barbera grapes being a siblings to Nebbiolo, kind of similar region, similar family of grapes, they are able to make it somewhat more affordable. Now, how does it taste? How is it different from a normal vermouth? Let's give it a try. And let's compare it directly to the Mancino Rosso Amaranto, which is their standard sweet vermouth. Mancino being a relatively newcomer to the world of vermouth, but a really good one. I've been using their products now for a year or more, and I liked all of them. So let's pour here some of their Rosso Amaranto, normal sweet vermouth, and on the other side we're gonna have the Vermouth Chinato. Vermouth Chinato comes at 17.5% ABV, while Rosso Amaranto comes at 16% ABV. You can see there is a clear difference in color. The Rosso Amaranto, despite being called Rosso Amaranto, which means like a bright, strong red, it's actually more on the brownish side, typical of vermouth from the Piedmont region, while the Vermouth Chinato has a really bright, intense red color that resembles more that of red wine. Let's start by tasting their classic vermouth. Whew. Yeah, smells good. Spices, all the cinnamon, whatever, nutmeg. Nicely sweet with a pronounced acidity. A really good classic vermouth from the tradition of Torino. And then let's try the Mancino Vermouth Chinato. The smell just a bit more raw, a bit more tannin, yes. On the taste, definitely closer to a normal red wine, so a bit more fruitiness, but not too much, because anyway this is not extremely fruity wine. I mean Barbera. And definitely a nice bitterness in the aftertaste derived from the added quinine, like more quinine compared to the quinine, if there is any included in the classic vermouth. The classic vermouth usually as a bittering agent starts from wormwood. It will be the main one, but they use many. Anyway, less present, less bitter. Very sweet vermouth. It has a bitterness that comes out much later, but it's a bitterness more akin to a light Amaro, I would say, like a Montenegro. It's not really a quinine. No, it's not a quinine-based bitterness, it's different. While the Chinato, having both a more astringent and tannic grape base and a more bitter quinine presence, has a stronger bitter background, which makes it delicious. It's really good. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And what I find out is that by using Vermouth Chinato, you can kind of get away with skipping an ingredient or two in your cocktail. Many 4 ingredients cocktails become 3 ingredients cocktail, or from 3 you go down to 2, because the Vermouth Chinato basically provides the part of bitterness that sometimes you have to resort to bitters or Amaro or some other additional flavor to get into your cocktail. So without further ado, I'm gonna propose you one simple cocktail I developed myself. And to make this cocktail, I used the inspiration in equal parts from an Il Presidente, a Manhattan, and I would say a Dark Side, which is a cocktail I started exploring when I got my hands on a Chinato Vermouth. The Dark Side being gin, Chinato Vermouth and Peychaud bitters. What we are gonna do, we are gonna have still Peychaud bitters, which I think with their anise flavor, they go great with the Chinato. And we start with 3 dashes of Peychaud bitters. Then we go on with 22.5 milliliter, 3/4 of an ounce of our Vermouth Chinato. Nice bright red color. And we finish with rum, like an El Presidente. And I'm using this 12-year-old from Panama, which I bought at Costco, and it's quite decent rum. It's a bit on the burnt, oaky side, but it's okay, it's good. It's great for the price, and overall good. And I would say 50 milliliters, 50, of this aged rum. Let me get some ice, and let's give this bad boy a stir. Let's strain in a chilled cocktail glass. Nice, really bright red color. And let's decorate with a maraschino cherry. Today I'm going to use a griottine. And there you go. I would like to call this cocktail Il Presidentissimo. Cheers. Ooh, nice aroma of rum and the vermouth and the anise too, you can feel it. Perfectly simple, to the point. Simple in execution, but multi-layered in flavor. Just gorgeous. Like, yeah, the lower acidity of the vermouth combined with the quinine added bitterness make it so that just with 3 ingredients we have a really complete El Presidente variation. While normally you will need at least 1 ingredient or 2 more. As of right now, I think the Mancino Vermouth Chinato comes at the same price as their other vermouth, but it's 500 milliliters instead of 750. So yeah, like 33% more expensive. You do the math. So I hope you enjoyed this excursion in the flavor of this Chinato Vermouth, or otherwise Barolo Chinato, if you can get your hands on one of those bottles. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, share with anybody you like and don't like. Steal yourself a Manhattan El Presidente variation, and hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers.
And now, an excerpt from the unofficial Internet Bartender's Guide.
So I wanted to read a disgusting recipe using vermouth, and this book doesn't contain any because we have affinity, which is dry vermouth with vermouth Scotch Angostura. We have the Bonnie Doon Scotch Sweet Vermouth Benedictine. Acceptable. Maybe I'm gonna try that. Bronx Cocktail. Great. Hat Trick. Dark rum, light rum, sweet vermouth. Why not? A Manasset. Blended whiskey, dry vermouth with vermouth, dash of rosés. Why not? A Manhattan and Rob Roy. I mean, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 cocktails listed here using sweet vermouth, they are all decent. So I guess the lesson for today is that no college kid will go to the effort of buying a sweet vermouth bottle unless probably they are a cocktail geek and they know what they're doing. So I guess that could be a good indication. If you're dating in college and you see your partner having there a bottle of Mancino, a bottle of Antica Formal or something, either they are way older than they tell you they are, or they know some stuff about their cocktail.